saying, females nowadays act very masculine, and I'm not even
Mhm.
talking about financially. I feel like
Right.
everyone should make their money. So my thing ain't about the whole hyper financial shit. I ain't worried about that. My thing is in mannerisms and things and how women act when they choose. Because I'm not also when I say this next part, I'm not one of the ones that like how bro made the joke. Yo, be women stay the woman place, let a man talk. I'm not super hyper on that. Women shut up when man talking shit, but I am one of those that feel like knowing certain situations, the women have to know when to allow men to be men. Like women, I like men have to allow women to be women. So my thing is, I get that you grew up with your mom, but to me, that even shows more on why you should be super femaleish. Because though she had to provide, you're being taught by a female on how to be a girl. She can't really like. Here's my thing. My the three females that raised me let me know the path that I must take, and then push me in the direction of my grandfather. And then that's who taught me. So it's not like they taught me how to be a man, but they taught me certain shit I'm not supposed to do because I'm not a female.
But
So
Jack,
I
you
just
stuck
know. You
on
know what I'm saying?
provide. It's more than provide. It's
Mm-hmm.
protect. It's way more than just provide.
No,
That's
I
all
under
that we're seeing from that
but
person.
but here's my thing. As a female, raising a female, I guess she had to do it herself, but she didn't
Hmm.
explain to you when you meet the right nigga, learn when to turn it off and when to turn it on.
Did she explain that? Jack, you've been explained a lot of things, right? Did you take those and apply it? Or
Yes.
no, everything?
Oh my mama,
Okay.
everything. Now
No
it might
doubt.
not be in the
No
whole
doubt.
legal sense of things, but yeah,
No
what
doubt.
me what?
No
Hell
doubt.
yeah.
What you mean not in the whole legal sense of things?
Because motherfucker might tell you, like, for example, like my grandfather when I was born, even to this day, when he talked to me, he'd be like, yo, I always deemed you as the money baby, happy I
Hmm.
could live up to that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I always deemed you as the money baby was his thing. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I forgot that fast. Fuck. What did you just say to me real quick?
I'm pretty sure you was gonna say he told you to stay out of trouble, out the streets. You gonna make it
No,
look
no. All
like
right, so that's the thing. He said I was the money baby, but
hmm
his thing was legally. Turns out that I ended up
right.
making out. You know what I mean? So it's like,
That's it though, Jack. Like
but
you
I
you've been taught one thing and you've neglected to listen to it and
no,
went the
but
other
but
way.
no, listen to what I'm saying. He didn't say it was gonna be legal. I just know from knowing him is what he had anticipated when I was a baby
So,
thinking
but
of.
someone has told you that being in the streets and doing illegal shit is not right, right? They told you to stay away from that, and you
Yeah,
still went and did it.
yeah, no, I don't need my
Okay,
grandfather for that.
yeah, I'm just saying you've been taught certain things and you didn't listen or apply it in life.
No, but I think what you're missing is the whole thought of me being the one basically the get money thing was I was the one that has to provide for the family when he's gone. I've put myself in position to do that. So in my eyes, I have done exactly what he was talking about.
Katrina, let Steffi up.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've done exactly what his goal was. When his family, when I leave, nigga, you gotta take the family over and run the family. And you're gonna have to do that, not just being a stand-up man, but having the financials to do so. I've put myself in a situation to be that. So in one sense, his dream and his goal, and that he inherited onto me, I have completed and I listened. The only thing is he never specified how to do it. He just said this was he thought was his end goal for me. My thing is, and I applaud it. My thing is that same woman. Are you telling me she taught you how to be a man and she's a woman? I don't believe that.
No, it's not.
She
Okay, so,
taught us how to be
and
strong.
right.
You want to equate that
You
with
was
being
not
a
in the gym.
man,
What's strong?
which
What's your
huh?
definition of strong?
What?
I said, what's your definition of strong? Is it emotionally strong? Is it
No,
physically
All
strong?
being
of
being
that,
able to
man.
go through
He did
things in
all of
life.
that.
You
Basically,
know,
when they say a
Be-
woman is raised to be strong, we are basically raised in order to
like
be equipped to
go
do
through hard
everything for
things and
ourselves,
Yes,
whether
don't
it is
she
complain all
taught
day.
us
whether
Somebody
all
can't
of
hear
that.
physically,
somebody.
Men can't complain.
Bash,
You
female
you,
feel me?
I don't
and
think Bash can hear
traditional.
Rock.
I can hear everybody. I think,
I ain't gonna hold you.
but I'm
Bash was
saying,
talking first, but let's get some order. Bash, finish your point, and then Rock, and then Stephanie.
well, men gotta be strong. Like he said, what's your definition of strong? It's not physical. It's like, let's say a woman goes through a lot in her life. All the worst shit a woman can go through, a man can go through, and they're still standing strong. They're not depressed, crying all day. They're still trying to get up and get it and focus. And that's what definition of strong is. That's all I was saying. Not physical.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Rock.
okay. What's up, y'all?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I was about to answer Jack's question first. Like, it's not like bitches is just out here doing 300-pound deadlifts and shit to be quote unquote strong. No, as a woman, like we are raised in order to be able to fulfill feminine roles as well as masculine roles if need be. If we want to get on the why of that, it goes generation to generation. We can't sit here and act like this generation of women just woke up one day and say fuck niggas, get money, and I don't need a man. That is
Mhm.
Oh,
years.
that's exactly what
Well,
happened.
But no, again,
That's
so
exactly what happened.
I would
no,
Nope.
there's no will.
Nope.
respectfully let me finish.
Go
So,
ahead.
no, niggas didn't just wake up saying that because again, this is years and years of trauma and bullshit that has went on in the black community. It's been a long time that they've been trying to separate the black man from the home. So it's been years of black women having to step into the role of the black man. For example, the war on drugs in the black community. We also have mass incarceration of black men, multiple bullshit that's done in order to take the man out the home. Now, at the end of the day, that home still needs to be taken care of. The bills have to be paid. The kids still need to be fed. They still need to be brought home brought to back to and from school. So guess what? The black woman did what she had to do in order to keep the black home afloat. The black home afloat. And now that has caused a generation of women that feel as if they now feel as if they don't need the man because they had to watch at least 1 to 2 generations of a black household not having a stable male figure in it. And we also have a generation of black men that don't know how to properly be a man of the home
Mm-hmm.
because they never had a proper example of a black man in that household outside of, let's say, just insert random uncle or insert random man from down the street. There's no primary example in the home. And what's left, you have the mothers teaching men how to be men. So that's why when bitches be like, these niggas is sassy, like it's a joke. And in some cases, it's slick true. Like if you're taught how to be a man from a woman, you're gonna have feminine traits with it. And I don't say that to say niggas, I don't say it to be funny, because that's the same way how bitches is walking here with their chests is poked out because they had to step up. Bitches is taking out their own trash. Bitches is putting together their own furniture in the household. But if I gotta put this shit together myself, I'm gonna feel like I don't need a nigga neither. Cause I'm doing all the shit that I was told a nigga can do. And it also doesn't help the fact that the few black role models that
So
we do
bad.
have in a household, for example, I could say as a woman, my daddy taught me and raised me like my mother taught me how to be a woman, but my daddy also taught me how in order to sustain for myself. He always said, you don't need a man for nothing. Get your own education, get your own money, and don't depend or don't rely on a man. Learn how to do all of this shit yourself. We also have to realize that there are black primary figures in our home that are telling us on both sides, black women, you do not need this black man for shit. And on the vice versa, because it's not to project on just men. There's just as many black women or black primary members telling these black men, you don't need a bitch to take care of you. You don't need that woman to nurture you. You don't need that woman to make sure that your mental health is straight. Everybody's fucked up. We're all fucked up on both sides, and it's just sad. So instead of demonizing each other, this
I'm
nigga is
demonized.
sassy. This bitch is too strong. I feel like we need to come to the realization. Listen, we've been separated for too long. Let's just come up to a new common ground. Times have changed, so it's not the same thing as back in the G, but there is a way to come back together and coexist in a different way that fits this generation.
Okay.
Steffi and then
I,
Monique.
I like that.
I hate it.
um,
I'm gonna let you get to why, Jack.
I think it's also just remembering that like a single mom is raising her son differently than she's raising her daughter, right? Like the mom is likely going to raise the son to be the exact opposite of his father if he did something filthy to her. And the mom is going to raise the daughter to just take care of everything because she's been put in a situation where the mom has had to do that. So, like, my brothers and I are raised differently, but by the same mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different. It's how you are raising the people that you're raising. So we're getting taught,
Are
like,
your brothers
pardon me?
are your brothers sassy?
No. Like, I
What you asked was her brother what?
sassy.
I asked, was the brother sassy?
Like
Oh,
my
okay.
brothers were more so just it was the focus on like just be a good man. If you have a kid, stay around, make sure you work, blah, 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 those types of things. Whereas for me, it was, you got to get your education. You have to be able to take care of yourself. You have to be able to pay your own bills. You have to be able to do everything in your home by yourself. So whereas they weren't, like always taught like the, I guess, quote unquote woman tasks or pink jobs, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I was definitely taught how to do everything, so I can take out my own garbage and fucking install my own subfloor and do all of those things, but also to be a lady and cross my legs and cook for my person and all the things. Whereas my brothers, it was just like, don't be like your dad, And so then we're raising a bunch of kids who are just so confused and so the trauma of their parents is put on them, and it's a whole cycle. And then we as the adults now need to recognize that to be able to not do that to our own kids and the kids that we have care for. If they're not our kids, our nieces, nephews, whatever the case may be, we have to know that that's important, that we have to kind of unteach the shit we were taught and teach them properly. And unfortunately, a lot of us, men and women included, are still stuck on, well, you got to be submissive like your grandma was. And like, we got to remember, probably our grandma was submissive because she couldn't work. You know what I mean? Probably because she didn't have her own independence. Independence is not an inherently male trait. It's okay for a woman to be independent. She's not always going to have someone to take care of her, be it her parents, her husband, her boyfriend, whatever the case may be. So making it seem like independence is problematic is a bit much. You could be independent. I pay my own bills, like I take care of myself. But in a relationship, I know how to be submissive, and I do cook and I do clean and I do those things. But it's also finding a partner that's not going to exploit your submission to the point where you're doing 100 things for the person and they're doing nothing because they want a 1960s marriage in 2023. Like, that's just not doable. It's not sustainable. So it's like a fine line that we have to figure out where that is. It's our generation's responsibility to figure that out, because we can't keep relying on our argument that, oh, single moms did this wrong, or they did this, or they put their kid in this. But like, nah, we got to stop all that. Just teach your kids to do better.
Can I please stop you right there respectfully? Because for me, I feel like it was crazy. You just went through all of that shit with the single moms to end with, we got to stop using that shit. That shit is crazy.
But I'm
to me.
saying, as a single parent, like, I don't do that.
But what I'm saying is, which I understand and grateful for in a sense, because I don't know you personally, but you know what I mean, sounds dope. My thing is, I feel like a lot of y'all are using excuses of like the shit that what's name was saying. Because my thing is like, bro, I was taught a lot of shit too. Not everything was right. I'm saying not everything was drastically wrong. But at some point, I'm my own person. I know I'm a man, and the world has taught me how a man, in a sense, is supposed to motherfucking operate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have your own experience. This whole, single mother or the single dad or the, like, bro, that shit be capped to me. It's simple as, you are now grown. What do you want? And find a person that fits to that. It's simple. All of this fake ass trauma bonding that niggas be doing, this is why people don't like me, because I ain't biting no corners. But all that fake ass trauma bonding shit is cool. But as a woman, regardless of what you want to do, you don't want to have to take the trash out. You don't want to have to change your own fucking tire, even though you may know how to do it, which is fucking great.
I mean, I build cars, so I definitely will change my own fucking oil before I let some man who's never built a car do that for me.
Understood. But just like most of us men don't really like to handle paperwork, or, you know what I'm saying? We want to make the most money, but we don't necessarily want to look at all the banking documents and all of that shit. But it is great that we know it. But as a man, I would like for my woman to handle that shit, though I can handle it.
But that's what you think. Yo, that's Jack, not a lady job. Man, listen, the same way you tired of the trauma bonding and shit, I'm tired of you non-faithful ass niggas, non-loyal ass niggas acting like y'all really just want a fucking wife, like y'all really want to be a husband. Shut up. I'm tired of that shit too, Jack. The same way you tired of the trauma bonding. That's how I feel about it. You niggas want to fuck everything moving, but want one bitch to call your wife and really expect the bitch to stay in the place of a wife. Stop it.
Bro, with all y'all trauma bonding, what the fuck is there for me too, wife? I am gonna fuck on everything I could fuck on. I ain't got time to be sitting in these cribs with these bitches.
That's crazy. So the cycle continues, man.
Her mama fucked her up. Her mama fucked her up. That's who
No
fucked her up in
doubt.
that single parent home, who taught her all that extra rah-rah shit. Now she think when I'm in the house, she about to be rah-rah with me and buck up at me. Bitch, you about to be lonely. Then when I
That's a
leave, though,
cycle.
you gonna
Not
be
lonely,
when
just
I
not
leave,
with
you
Yeah.
gonna
you.
be crying for me to come the fuck back. But I already
Oh,
damn Alicia down the street, so I'll come back. But that's you should have acted properly. Fuck is
you
you
shouldn't
talking
have.
about?
Well,
Same
when
thing.
you talk about
Oh,
booking up to a man, that's different. But if you,
though. I'm about to
okay,
flip it though, real quick, respectfully. I'm gonna flip it. Then on the flip side, for the females, we just gonna be real. Y'all doing what y'all want. Get your money. Once y'all, like she said, once you got y'all money and y'all know y'all can take care of everything. Give a fuck what y'all say, how y'all mask it. Y'all running around there. I need a nigga for nothing. And y'all fucking on everything. Two, y'all just be masking and hiding that shit. Because y'all be fucking on everything. So
So
why
not
it's a
what?
hold up,
vicious
Why
hold
cycle.
up,
what?
hold up.
A vicious cycle
Monty,
then.
you're
I
an
don't know
example.
about I don't know about
Monty,
effing on
you
everything,
You're
but
an
Yeah,
everything
that's what I
cycle.
was
Maybe not the
that's what
part.
I was
yeah,
gonna
that
say,
was out
Jack.
of
Just
Maybe
a
not the
vicious
part.
cycle.
Respectfully, I want to be married. Like I'm not with the sleeping around, the hoeing around. I'm not with that. Like I was raised in a traditional home, two parents, my mom and my dad, been married for 30 plus years, family home, not dysfunctional, loving home. You know what I'm saying? And so I saw my mom submit to my dad. He's the breadwinner, he's in control. My mom's the nurturer. She stays home, takes us to school, cooks for us, cleans for us, take us to the doctor appointments, all that good stuff. So like me, in this generation, there is a lot of women who are very hyper independent. They don't need them. They say they don't need a man. Yada yada yada. Me personally, I want to be married. I want to have a husband. I want to be a feminine woman. I want a masculine man. That is the life I want. If anybody else doesn't want that, then I can't be mad at that. But yeah, that's what I want, respectfully. But y'all continue.
I
Yeah,
just think it's the difference between like wanting to be Mexican. So like what everybody is saying, it's not just you being raised that way. When you raised that way, some
was
things
y'all single
are
parent
literally,
child support or
huh?
attentive? I said, was y'all single parent mothers on any government assistance,
No,
child support,
Nah,
TANF,
my
anything?
no,
mom
Because a lot
kept
of
a
y'all be
state
hollering, my
job.
mama, my mama, my mama, but you was raised by your mama and the government. She was definitely in a relationship.
no. But I'm
State
saying
job, whole life.
outside of that part, Jack, I'm,
Have
I'm saying
multiple homes.
I'm saying a lot of this is habit, right? So when you're not just seeing your mama do this stuff, like what Hart was saying, you actually being raised to do it yourself. So by the time you old enough to get in a first serious relationship, you've already lived the majority of your life making stuff yourself. You come home, you order the bed, you and your mama putting that bed together, putting that dresser together. Like you've been conditioned to do these things on your own. Tire get flat, you got to get out, help your mama do that. Whatever the case may be, you are accustomed to 19, 20, 25 years, however long before you get into a for real relationship of doing those things on your own. So yeah, now you got a man, but it's like, dang, babe, I was gonna put that bookshelf together when I got home from work. My bad. I'm just used to doing it myself. So it's not that I don't want a man, but I don't need one. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the problem is for men, y'all shouldn't
No, the
have to be
problem is
needed.
once you don't need a man, you put it out there like you don't want a man. That's the problem. Because what I'm
Uh,
saying is,
some do, some
because
do.
what I'm saying is, you know how to change a tire and all that. Cool, but that don't mean you necessarily want to get down there every time it happen and do it because you got your nails done. You just got your hands done. You just got
Fact,
like let's okay. So be real about it. So you do want a man, but the problem is
absolutely.
y'all become super independent and then y'all act like the not need a man is I don't want a man. So when a man come around and try and be a man, y'all be the man and then wonder why he want to go and fuck on the bitch around the corner that's a whole woman and let him be a man. Let the nigga be a man. I get you know how to do it. That's like me, 3 females. I know how to cook my ass off. Guess what? The bitch I talk to love to cook. Bitch, cook. I'm gonna let you do what you do. Cook. I'm gonna get the fuck
So,
away.
so
I know
niggas,
how to cook though. I don't need you to eat.
Right.
And this is the thing y'all don't get, bro. Real quick, I understand I done got a little upset, but listen, this is what y'all
yeah,
don't
you
get.
mad?
Niggas will survive off of nothing. We don't give a fuck about Ruth Chris for us. We don't give a fuck about half of that shit for us. That shit for y'all. We will eat fucking noodles. Well, we not just noodles, but we will eat regular shit, bro. We don't care.
McDonald's every day,
Niggas do not
Yo,
take
I
each
you
hate
other
good?
to
that.
Ruth Chris. Hold on.
orange
Niggas
juice.
don't take each
Just
other.
had a sandwich.
Niggas take their bitches to
Hey,
Ruth Chris.
yo,
Niggas don't take each other to Ruth Chris. That shit is for
That's a
y'all.
fact.
We will eat noodles.
what?
We will eat pizza, McDonald's, Wendy's, all that shit. We got a grocery shop for y'all. Go
Taco
to a
Bell,
nigga house when he's
KFC.
single. That shit don't look like a refrigerator. That shit look like a snack cabinet. We are fine. So technically, we don't need you to sit here and do none of this shit we be asking for either. It's a trade-off, bro. I know how to feed myself, but I love when you feed me. Yeah, I know you change the tire, but I love it. So after you just got your nails done, you ain't got to get them dirty. I'll get down there and get my fucking hands and knees dirty, bro.
Oh, crazy. Yes, I love everything you said.
Y'all treat the I don't need a nigga like I don't want a nigga, then wonder why the nigga who want to be next to you is walking the fuck off, or he there because it may benefit him fiscally or however y'all set up, but he cheating on you. And you sitting here, oh my God, he's a cheater. And it's like, bro, you're not making that man feel comfortable because your whole thing, your attitude walking into it is, I don't need a man. So then you portray it like I don't want a man. There's a difference. Nobody needs nobody if your parents taught you right. They should have taught you to get money. They should have taught you to be self-efficient. They should have taught everybody all of that. All this I don't need is the fucking problem. Because I don't need gets portrayed as I don't
That's
want.
a fact. And if you want kids, you definitely need a man to procreate. Just saying.
You get you a big ass house, like all that money you making, you aspire to make, and you get you a big ass house. You want to sit around cutting the grass all the goddamn time, all that goddamn grass. If you get that big ass house you talk about, no, bro, no. It's very few females that enjoy cutting grass, bro. And I get there's some, but there's very few. Just like there's very few females that enjoy doing car shit. There are
fucking shoveling.
But there's very few, bro. You do not want to buy a mansion with all of that. Even if you're the breadwinner, you do not want to buy a fucking mansion with all your money, and then also have to be the motherfucker going to cut the fucking grass, bro. You don't want that. I understand you don't need the nigga to cut it, but you don't want that. So what you gonna do is you gonna not get a man, but you gonna call the Mexicans, who's gonna be niggas most likely, to come and cut your shit. So technically, bitch, you still need a man.
So wait, but
you still needed a man. Fuck you talking about? I didn't need. You still needed it.
I'm confused. So that's all right. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh man,
I'm confused.
I don't disagree with what you just said, but I don't think that's everybody. Like I don't need a dude, but there is a comfort in coming home, or I work from home, but you know what I mean, not having to be in charge all the time. So there's a comfort in that, but I don't know. It's just weird because I think it also depends on the dude too, because there's joint accountability in how you say a female could make a man not feel wanted or needed. A man can make a female feel like, okay, I got the power. I do this. No. We ain't gonna do no type of power trips around here. So then it puts the woman on the defense.
Agree with, which is why I said everybody should know how to make their money and be able to stand on their own, because whether it's the male or the female, let anybody get mad, and you're gonna throw the fact that you're the breadwinner in that other person's face. So that's why I said I agree that male or female, you should be able to get money and pay your half of the bills, pay all of the bills, whatever, because people go up, people go down. So I agree with the financial part of everyone getting out and getting it. I also agree so much. I feel like my next question is, with you not needing a man and want a man, are you okay with getting a man that don't make as much as you so that you can get everything else, though he may not be the breadwinner?
Yes, because I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else, but it's unreasonable for me to expect a guy who's not in the streets or like high level corporate to make as much or more than me. Like that's an unreasonable.